I guess I gotta put more air in this exercise ball. Mike Barilak here to entertain you with the help of Marty Simon and YouTuber Yana Esinova. Yo hueho humvare yo hera jarum rudenji for our homes, for our dreams, for all souls and all living things. We must fight the evil will. We must fight as long as we can breathe. Long stair road that leads to peace. Long stair road and gold hide in mist. But the choice also is clear. Live as slaves or fight and die to be free. All right, I wanted to make a video about Lexx 4.02 episode. Okay, quick recap of how episode 4.01 ended. Stan wants to blow up, wants to just blow Earth up and go. He's like, after all, they did try to kill us with the bomb in Lex's stomach. But Zev says, no, we're not going to blow it up because just because a few people are bad doesn't mean the whole planet is bad. To which Stan says, okay, fine. We'll leave. We won't blow up Earth, but I'm not going to stay here. We're going to leave. And she says, fine, after I check it out. Which, of course, why? It's the ongoing issue in the series. Stan wants to just leave, and Zev says, no, we got to investigate. I got to see if... she wants to see if Earth has the potential, if Earth has potential. And Stan's like, potential for what? And she's like, the potential to satisfy a woman. Back up a little bit, the end of episode 1. After Kai takes, ricochets, or the villain ricochets off Kai's weapon and kills the psycho killer. Zev says, too bad. And Stanley's like, what? Excuse me? He's like, I was hoping to have a little fun with him first. And Stan says, Zev, I don't understand you at all. So then episode 2 starts, and as I said in the other episode, I love this sequence between the Moth and Zelf bombers. Zelf bombers. Anyways, I love the visual in that point with the Moth outmaneuvering the self bombers. We got the 3 self bombers coming this way. You got the Moth here, and Kai tells Zev to, I suggest you avoid the missiles from the self bombers, because he basically just throws the joystick on the Moth back and outmaneuvers the bombs from the self bombers. But I just love that visual in this episode. One of the self pilots says, they think they're better than us. So 790, after some persuasion from the thought of not being with his beloved Kai, intersects the codes on the bombs from the self bombers. But as I stated in the last video, the Moth is outmaneuvered by its own God-given instinct because it's attracted to the flame coming off the flame coming off the pipe, so the wings get caught on fire, and Zev has to do this jump roll thing. That another awesome visual in the sequence. It was like she has to jump from the Moth, does that cluster lizard roll thing, and bam, Zev is on Earth. And before all this, there's a sequence at the very intro of the episode where Kai, or rather Prince, is on a space shuttle, an Earth space shuttle with a couple of NASA pilots, and he persuades them to go check out what they saw, the moth. There are no bugs in outer space, so, well, maybe the ones the size of a pickup truck. So, as he persuades them to go out and investigate, he, of course, takes off because he wants to go to the Lexx. This is Prince we're talking about. So while Zev is, with Kai's help, while Zev is seeing if Earth has the potential to satisfy a woman, Stan, in his boredom, is waiting up there in the Lexx, waiting for Zev and Kai. He decides he's in the mood to blow something up. So long story short, Pluto is no longer part of our solar system in this in the Lexx universe. He blows up Pluto, and all of a sudden Prince just shows up there on the Lexx. Good shot, he says. It's like, Prince, you're evil. You're on planet Fire. You're evil. But he's Prince, but he's on Earth now, and now he has a first name, Isambard. Now he's Isambard French. So Zev's down there on Earth, learning how to hitchhike. This guy picks her up. Want to go to my place, honey child? And she says, sure. And so she gets in his truck and he proceeds to drive, about 10 paces to the entrance of a trailer park. So all while, back up a little bit, all while they're playing this cat and mouse game with the self-bombers, the what Kai calls possibly a welcome committee, what I'm going to call the Science Nerd Club, are investigating the crashed moth. And then Zev is back by this guy at this guy's place, his trailer, and on TV, a new president is sworn in. the guy who won the election, the independent from episode 1, he's sworn in. And this guy, a guy named Rooster, decides to propose marriage to Zev. Because when you pick a girl up off the street who's hitchhiking, I guess that's what you do. So Zev is a little annoyed by the whole marriage tradition thing, or specifically the waiting part, and just wants to get to it. And Rooster says, can't do that, honey child. She says, why not? It ticks. Okay. Referring to his heart, I guess. I don't know. So, Rooster invites his buddies over to celebrate his engagement. I guess it's a guy named Chip, another guy named Dale, of course, Trailer Park, and some old guy, which I never did get his name. They just call him the old guy. So Rooster tells Zev to tell his buddies her story about how she's a love slave from another planet, and of course these guys are intrigued by this whole thing, probably because of Zev's looks more than anything else. So they ask, what exactly does a love slave do? Like, well, I service a man in need. So they're all giddy over this whole thing. So, Zev further explains that she's designed basically to service a man in need, and be serviced by a man in need, and this whole crowd is all giddy over this whole thing, and even the old guy starts stripping his overalls off, and right away Rooster steps in. Okay, party's over. He shoots all the guys out, but not before they arrange a rendezvous. Each of the guys with Zeb. in the wee hours, I guess, or the next day, whatever. Yeah, while the old guy's taking his trousers down. Zeb's like, I was starting to think there was something wrong with the men on this planet. But then Rooster puts a stop to it all. All right, party's over. Everybody's out. And he goes, how can you do that to me, honey child? That's what he calls her, honey child. What? You swear yourself to me in holy matrimony, and then you talk to them like it was nothing? I'm hurting. She's like, where? Right here. He's like, of course she starts cuddling up to him, and he's like, I can't do that. I don't want to lose respect for you. We'll be married soon. I think I can arrange it with a preacher in a couple days. It's like, I can't wait that long. Says, I'm just going to go back to the pipes and meet up with my friend Kai. Kai? Who's Kai? My friend. A lady friend or a man friend? It says, a man friend. Do you love this Kai? Well, he's dead. There's no fun in loving a dead man. He's like, all right, I'm going to take you there. I'll drive you the thing first thing in the morning. After she indicates to him that she plans to just, what she learned, stick her thumb out and just thumb a ride back to the place to meet Kai. And he's like, no, I won't drive you in the morning. So she agrees to sleep there on the couch for the night. And next morning, there's a shootout there at the trailer park. When his buddy Chip shows up, I was just out for a morning walk. Really? So even the old guy shows up. He says, Rooster, you better put that put that gun down, Rooster, so I don't have to shoot you. And Rooster says, I'm going to shoot you too, old timer. What for? She was my one and only woman. So they end up killing each other over. And while this shootout's going on, another shootout is happening at the Science Nerd Clubhouse. between them, the science nerds, and the soldier boys from the tobacco and firearms folks, I guess. They're kind of like the authorities in this world, and they view the Science Nerd Club as a cult, nothing more than a cult. And long story short, Kai takes care of them with no problem, because remember, he is a former assassin in the Divine Order, so he's got that highly advanced weaponry in his wrist. Which causes one of the female nerds to obviously fall head over heels in love with Kai. Like they all love the dead guy. So at the end of episode 4.02, Prince has basically got Stan and this boy who saw the Lexx through his telescope incarcerated and subdued in a manner that gives him total, say over what their fate is. Anyways, so that's the lead into episode 3, which I'm still processing. I got a few notes on it. The very intro, this Prince does this little from afar, like he's crushing Stan and the kid, I guess. It's just, I guess, to emphasize Prince's sadistic nature. It reminded me of the Kids in the Hall bit with the, I'm crushing your head. Look, I'm crushing your head. that guy. But this show was made in Canada, too, like Kids in the Hall. So maybe they were fans of that show, too, the people who wrote this show. And Paul Donovan. But some quick notes on episode 3. Episode called P4X. Basically, the title represents an internet site that is broadcast all over the internet, all over the planet. The warden's husband in the story reminds me of a more ethnic Bob Hopkins. And I say that because being white male and heterosexual, police here in the real world, I guess is not considered an ethnicity. In this globalist society. The kid in the story, I kind of liked him because he's not a victim. In my opinion, there's nothing more pathetic than a willful victim. And the real world is full of them. There's this one sequence because Zev is, Zev's in a woman's prison because they think she killed all those guys at the trailer park. A prison that makes the female prisoners, write letters and mail their undergarments to men. And I'm thinking, what the hell kind of a woman's prison is this? But anyways, I'll just end this video with a joke I thought up I came up with after viewing the end of season 3. A joke for the end of this video. Don't you hate when you're just driving along on the outskirts of Texas, you got your wife and kid in the car, and you're just trying to evade authorities because your kid did something. And you're just driving along, just trying to figure out how to go about maybe becoming the governor of Waco. All of a sudden your wife tells you to stop and pull over to the side of the road because she saw something move. So you're annoyed, but you do with your wife. Your wife makes a request, so you have to honor it. So you pull over. She gets out to investigate, and you're waiting in the car with the kid in the back seat, and you're just waiting. It's like, where is this woman? You jump out now to investigate to find her, and you're standing there, and some extraterrestrial thing jumps up your arse. I tell you, this show is something else. Mike Barlack, thank you for your time.